Good morning, traders. This is Captain Jim James. How are y'all doing this morning? Yesterday was pretty wild in the market. The FOMC was wild. I was in SPY calls during FOMC yesterday, and I was also in IWM. IWM's been crushing it. You'll remember that the video I posted the day before. So this is the SPY chart for today. So this is what I used yesterday to trade the SPY, and it worked out quite well for me. You'll see here we've got a trend line here that's been holding itself true for the past 10 trading days or so. On this run, you'll see that we had this initial push up over here, and then we looked up, we looked down, and we said we're going up. And so once we made that decision to go up, this is the trend that we've been running on. You'll see that we came back down to test support on the 27th, 2 days ago, and we made a move up from there. And my expectation yesterday was I played this right here, and I sold out. That's one thing I'm not doing is I'm only playing calls each day. I'm not playing any calls or puts or holding overnight, though I am buying dailies, 2 day in, 5 day out expirations, depending upon where the interest is. And I do usually post where that interest is on Twitter during the daytime. These have been two winning days. The 27th, 28th, now we're coming to the 29th. So, and I also sold, actually picked up puts over here on Friday and rode those down. So it's been three good days for trading the SPY. And hopefully we have another one coming up here today. So what I want you to look at though, which is important, is we've got a support trend line here. It looks like we are rolling over in the SPY, and that is definitely on the table. We had FOMC, and there was a bid in the market last night that was pulled off as we went into futures. Now we did see we peaked up right here. We're going to get a little bit closer in this chart, and you'll see up here it's on the 1 hour. Because we're day trading, we're going to day trade the 15-minute, okay? And we're going to pull this chart back a little bit. We're going to extend this support here into today. And we're going to do the same thing right over here. All right? Now these are your support levels for today, the two big blue ones that you see there. Let's see if I can move this chart around a little bit. Maybe not, but at any rate, you see these two blue lines right here. This is going to be where you're not going to trade. You're going to wait for the market to decide where we're going. You're a retail trader. I'm a retail trader. We want to see what the banks are doing today, especially after FOMC. I anticipate that we touch support 1 and we move up to resistance line 2. So you got S1, R1, R2. Though you can see how we're starting the day off. If we slide down over here and we break through and we slip and slide off, you are going to start looking for a target of 435.25 and possibly even into Friday down to 433.32. If we slide down here and make a bounce up, as soon as we get some confirmation through one of these support lines, you can go long at 440.03, or you can go short at 438.42. You know, if you come down below here and it bounces back up, I wouldn't go short. But if you come up and start pushing down, I would take this down, ride this down for the next 2 days. You've got 2 days left in the week. Because this day today should have some consolidation and maybe a peak up at the end of the day, consolidation, and a fail towards the end of the day. So the SPY today, you're kind of in wait mode here at the open. Not much to do in SPY at open today, other than set these two lines on your trading charts and wait to see what the market says we're doing today. Yesterday was a little bit easier. You knew yesterday that if we tagged, which we tagged down below here and jumped back up, I played this run. And then as we came down here, I picked up here and I picked up here, I believe. And I live posted about it, and I missed this. But we came down too fast for me to catch this. But I know I caught this right here. When we went up here, it was like three huge scalps that were in this area right here. Took profit. We ended up selling off. So anyway, at any rate, you'll see it was a little bit easier to trade this. A little bit easier to trade this down here. We didn't know how far this dip would be, but we knew we'd get a test at some point. And I'm looking for the same kind of a test today. Maybe we test this right here, 437, and move on up. So you just want to keep your eye out today. You can even trade just within these bands. If you start to see a play in the making, if you see some resistance here and it wants to push up, you can play this. You can play this continuation, or you can play it on the way down. Today myself, I'll probably be waiting for the market to pick the direction for the next 2 days between now and the end of Friday. Let's look at NDX. I want to show you NDX is such a big chart. NDX, as you know, can trade 200-300 points a day. I play this one a little bit different. I'll use NDX to find a direction for tech stocks. If I am playing the Qs, there's a few things I'm looking for, and I do chart it differently. Usually I'll try to go long anywhere down here on NDX. This is not the time to go long. You should have been long a long time ago, way back here in May. But there are day trades and weekly trades you can play inside of NDX right now, inside of NASDAQ. So let's make it a little bit smaller. Let's go to the 3 month. And you'll start to see some major support down here. This is that black swan event that everybody likes to talk about. We do come down here every so often. If you go back to the 1 year, you'll see we do hit this. This is September in 2020, so you can expect that again. This is November in 2020, again in February and March, and yeah, we hit it twice in March. Same thing again in May. So we will come back down to test these levels at some point. We are near the top of our trading channel right now. This is definitely risk off for NASDAQ at this point as well. If you come down to, this is a good one right here, the 5 day, and just try to expand it a little bit. So this right here, these two lines are the same that were on SPY, and you'll see down here, these right here, I need to come down a little bit. This was yesterday's low. This is what we had yesterday. This is what we were trading into when we were trading coming into yesterday's market. This in here is, we already know what the futures are holding, but somewhere in here we know what we're looking for, right? We're looking for a break above this top trend resistance, or a break below. We got the break below, and you could run it down, hit its first resistance, and bounce back up. So today we're going to plot out the day the same way. And I post these numbers here on Twitter. Just want to go over that once more. I'm going to expect an expansion of range on this. If you look at the 1 month, you can see the range expansion, making higher highs, lower lows, higher highs. And I do think that NASDAQ is coming down to expand this range. Maybe we get one more big dip, and then we run up into the end of October for NASDAQ. But on the 5 day, or let's look at this. Let's look at this 5 day once more. So just for today, I'm hoping for a sideways movement, but with J-Pow talking yesterday, there is some downward risk. So you want to be careful and look out for 14,659. We had 300 or 400 point drop. You will see some heavy resistance down here by 14,783, 14,789. But I will play this first bounce at S2. That's 14,901, hoping for a run to 15,121. Push up and above 15,062. If you find that we're trailing down to 14,960, I would take pause before going long in NASDAQ today. I want to show you the 1 year in IWM. It trades a lot like Amazon. You'll see that it has a nice large trading channel here. You'll see this red and yellow and these little light blue lines. I tend to go long in this area. So when I play IWM, I'm looking for, I set text alerts, and I'm looking for long opportunities for longs in IWM at certain points of the year. And I'll play those runs up. On the 19th, I took an alert and I called on Twitter to go long here. We took profits up in here. We came back down to test and we're making another run up here. You are pretty safe playing IWM unless there's a market crash or huge market correction. You are pretty safe to play this next run up to 226.51. Now on a smaller time frame, from a previous video that I did, which was somewhere in here, we talked about breaking through this resistance and making our next jump up. This is bullish continuation. I am going to, for this kind of a run, I am going to expect there to be some consolidation, possibly between now and Friday. What you're looking for in IWM today is some sort of bounce on 220.03, somewhere in here. If you can grab this bounce today or tomorrow, we're going to look for some continuation up to this 229, 226.51. This will be a good run. Last chart I'm going to look at is Tesla. My view remains the same, that we're waiting for the call side, which we did get call side sell-off down in this area here on the 27th. And as we continue to climb this wall of worry, we should squeeze out all of the puts and the bears and the shorts. You should find some sort of a squeeze in this vicinity here, 671, maybe even a little bit lower. As a matter of fact, your squeeze is going to start at 659, and it'll continue to jump up until you hit 700. This might not begin until the 30th, but I do expect it to last into the middle of August. You should see 700 at some point in time here. Now, market conditions aside, if we get a correction, you might see Tesla take a hit, as well as IWM, of course. You always have to pay attention to those things. But from here to this point here, if you were to buy, let's say, a debit call spread a month, 2 months out at, let's say, 659, 657, there's a fair chance that's going to print for you, even if we have a correction in this time frame. Maybe date them for September 30th or August, or whatever the last day of August is, August 31st. Let me know that you're watching these videos so I can talk with you and interact with you on Twitter as well. Have yourself a great day trading.